allergic to sunlight. I swear. Well, maybe a little bit, but all white people are. But I don't think they'd fight me on that. I don't think they'd fight me on that. The call's coming from inside the house. Because when I went on my camping trip also, it was like here, and the tops of my ears.
No way.
Because they were outside of my hat. Maddie P laughed at me because I brought sunscreen. But...
You didn't use it?
No, I did use it the first day. Just the first day. There's a lot of stuff happening, okay? Like, and every 80 minutes. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. It's a lot keeping track of. Mm-hmm. So I ended up getting a little bit burnt. Also, I didn't bring the waterproof stuff, so...
It washed off.
It wasn't so great.
That's okay.
But it's okay. I have a good, healthy supply of aloe vera, and I will live. Let's just hope I don't get melanoma in 30 years.
Oh.
And die.
Oh.
Anyway, welcome to our podcast. Would you laugh at this? With Holly and Jess. Holly?
And Jess.
Jess. We have some great stuff planned today, Jess.
Do we?
Yes.
I'm excited. I don't know what's happening. I think that's something we should explain. The whole premise of this podcast is that I'm an old, and I don't have TikTok, so I don't know anything. And Holly tells me things every day, and it's really funny because I don't know things.
Yeah. And when I say she doesn't know things, like, she knows Vine. That's it. Jess knows Vine. She says she's Gen Z.
Technically, I am. It's the first year.
I feel like it's a bit of a cop-out because anytime I try and say things to her, she doesn't get it. And then she's like, am I old? And I'm like, maybe a little bit, but it's okay. So then I explain it to her. And what is that sound?
Her collar is banging on the glass. So her cat is trying to clean herself, and the collar keeps banging on the glass behind her.
She has a window seat. Okay, because I care about my cats. Mm-hmm. and she's grooming herself, and every time she's reaching back to groom herself up here, it's on the back of her neck and it's hitting the... I'm sure everybody's very interested in the physics of my cat grooming itself, but it's probably unnecessary. I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, this is our podcast where I tell Jess things. And hopefully you laugh at it. Because, yeah. So, the first thing I want to do is, I sent you some voice memos.
Oh, right.
Like, weeks ago now.
Okay,
so you're going to scroll back. And the idea behind this is that these are all sounds that you have heard before.
Okay.
And you are going to try and guess what that sound is. Let's hope I remember what they are.
Okay. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Do I just start at the first one? Is that what
yeah, you should just start with the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that is like an electric hair clipper.
Me, a woman who lives alone, owns sorry?
You know, like
a man's razor shaver for his like beard and hairline?
Yeah.
And you think I own this?
Sure. I own one.
That's interesting. I really thought you were gonna say and I was like I was about to say, let's keep it PG. Okay?
Okay, I think I gotta list it again.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not what I just said it was.
I really thought it was
really
the hair
not.
clipper.
No. No.
Do I have to keep guessing? Are you just gonna tell me?
Well, you can keep guessing.
I don't know.
What
You made these sounds?
Yes, sorry.
So
I didn't make them out of my mouth.
But you recorded them.
But I recorded them from things around.
In your house.
At my apartment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, that's an electric toothbrush. Do you not have an electric toothbrush?
I do.
Do you have the Philips one?
I do.
Okay, mine is Oral-B. So this is obviously just the glass.
Wait, which one do I have?
issue. You have you said you have the Philips one.
No, maybe I have the Oral-B one.
Do you have the new Oral-B one? Or
I don't know,
the
it's
old
purple.
I think you have the old one. Mine
Maybe.
is Bluetooth, so it can send Steve Jobs my.
No, I think mine is Bluetooth.
I don't have the Bluetooth enabled, okay, but it can give you like report cards on how well you brush your teeth and stuff. If you get the app, you connect it to the app, and then your toothbrush Bluetooths your mouth data.
Okay, I think I do have that one because I got it free from the dentist.
Okay, this was not free.
Mine was free.
No, how do you get a free electric tooth? It was like $200.
No. So when you go to a new place,
they incentivize
sometimes they offer you the free toothbrush, and some places right now are offering free toothbrush or a free whitening.
I feel like I would 100% take the whitening.
Well, I would now because I have a toothbrush.
You know, switch dentists to get free whitening.
Well, I moved, so I can get a new dentist now.
Yeah, now you just switch one more time.
Yeah.
And you get free whitening.
Yeah.
No, that was an electric toothbrush. Is yours the one with the sensor on it? Like the pressure sensor? Like if you're pressing too hard?
No.
Okay, then we definitely don't have the same one, because mine has a little light on it that says if you're pressing too hard.
Oh, no.
Which they said was my issue. Not to call myself out, but
Whoops.
it was the whole thing. I'm fine now. Don't worry, I bought my $200 toothbrush. Okay, next
one. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds.
Is it done?
Oh, that's it. You just took a long time to close it.
There was no closing. That's it.
It sounds like you're opening something.
That is true.
Like
yes.
Like a chocolate bar.
It didn't pick up the sound that I thought would be very identifying for it.
It also just sounds like you shoved your hand in a bag and rummaged around.
No. No, that is not what that was. That one.
Am I close?
It is me opening something that has the plastic sheath.
Like chips.
No, it is not food. Actually.
It's not oh, a record?
No. No. You're close with it. Like, it's the same kind of thing with the chips. To be fair, this one is a very specific way of opening it. But that is actually a tampon.
Oh, yeah, I don't use those anymore.
It's not one of those ones with the tear line where you can just, like, tear the top and pull it out.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones where you have to, like, separate them and then open it. And I was hoping the, like, push would get captured
the click?
better.
Yeah, I didn't hear the click.
Well, mine didn't have. It's not one of the ones you pull back. It's already like that. It's like the long ones. So maybe I should redo it with the thing. When we do this in like a year or something, I'll do it with one that does the click.
Yeah.
And then maybe also I thought the you'd hear that. I thought you would hear though.
No, I don't think so.
But no, it didn't really pick it up. Also, this is dog quality because Jess has a Samsung, and she refuses to.
I don't have a Samsung.
Sorry, Jess has a Google phone, and I have an iPhone. So if Jess had an iPhone or I had a Google, it would probably sound a lot better. But we don't, so.
Who's to know?
Sorry for everybody listening that yeah, it's gonna sound maybe pretty bad. We might cut all this. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, when I'm going back to listen to it, I have to listen to it 80,000 times. Yeah.
Okay, next one. There's nothing there. Was there supposed to be?
Yeah. It's really quiet.
I didn't hear nothing.
I might play the sounds from my end.
Yeah,
back.
maybe you should play them now.
No, I can't.
Oh, right.
Whoops.
Okay.
That one, drop it in the comments what you think that one is when I overlay these sounds. I'm gonna mute whatever Jess just played and play the actual sound. I might have to re-record some. That one, no cheating. If you guessed right, congrats. If not, you suck. It was a lip gloss tube. Like, you know, the yeah.
Yeah.
It was that sound. But
Okay.
I was also gonna do. Actually, I'll save it. Maybe we do this later.
Oh, okay,
another
okay.
time. I'll save my other idea.
Okay, next one.
Okay, next. Is there another one?
Yeah, there's like 7 more.
No way.
Was that supposed to be the lip gloss tube?
Maybe. I'm confused because I thought I only sent you like 3 or 4.
That's like 7, babes.
Huh.
Anyways, so I think that one is the lip gloss
I think
tube.
that one.
Okay. Is that also lip gloss tube?
Well, now it's been so long, Jess, I don't even remember.
Oh, well.
Did I send you multiple of the same ones?
Maybe?
I also forgot to send you this photo, so that'll be next episode.
Oh, okay.
But teaser, it's about this woman's dog.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to see a cute dog, you have to tune in next week. Okay. Do you we have a running joke between us that we can't read, right? And we know there are people who actually can't read, like functionally illiterate people. We are not that. We are just both kind of. I'm definitely deaf, and then I just mishear things a lot. And this woman on TikTok said she confused the word pedestrian with lesbians as a kid, and she was like, "Why do they get their own crosswalk?" You know.
Okay.
And that makes me think of the Vine, "I thought you were American." Do you not know that one?
I don't think I know that one.
Where she's like, she says, I'm a lesbian. And he thinks she said, I think Lebanese. And then he says, "I thought you were American."
That was like a joke in a movie.
Kid. What?
That was a joke in a movie.
What movie?
The one with Keira Knightley about soccer. They're British, and there's an Indian girl.
Okay, you lost me. I don't watch sports movies. This is the wrong audience. If our producer, Matty P, was here, he would probably know. But he's not, so we'll look that up. That'll be on next episode. You'll figure out what that movie was. Is there any words you misheard as a kid that later as an adult you were like, "Oh, that's not how that's supposed to be. That's not what that is."
Oh no.
Okay, for me, it was scalloped potatoes.
What'd you think it was?
I thought it was scout potatoes.
Oh.
And I was like, I guess it's like pretty basic. Like it's what, like some kind of soup base, like mushroom soup or something, and then cheese and potatoes.
So you thought that
And
Scouts
milk?
made it?
I thought it was like a meal that is easy to make on like camping or something.
trips?
It's not. You definitely need an oven for that. Don't make scalloped potatoes on your camping trip,
No.
please. Or like, I guess, or someone with the last name Scout invented it. I don't know. Here's the thing. Scalloped potatoes also doesn't really make that much sense to me. Because scalloped is like just like the wavy edge. You know?
No, it's like when you lay it out, it makes a wavy pattern.
When you lay what out?
The potatoes. Yeah.
When they're okay, to be fair,
Like,
I've never made it. I've only eaten it.
You cut the potatoes really fine so they're all like circle shapes. And then you like mix them around with all the sauce. But then the top layer you can make it fancy and like layer them nice.
Whoa.
And then it looks like waves. Or like layers. So then it's scalloped on the top.
So it shouldn't be can you read? It should be can you cook? Because I don't know how to cook. Obviously. No, I just know they're a lot of work, and also they're huge, like, I feel like you only make them in huge portions, and I live alone, so I just never make them. They are delicious, though, and I do like eating them.
Yeah. I don't think you can freeze them, though, because, like, freezed potato doesn't come out nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot in there. I feel like it's like
too much water.
It's almost like a casserole. Like, casseroles probably don't freeze well, either. Don't fact check me on that, please. If I'm allowed to not know stuff, I don't know it. Okay, but was there any words like that you like didn't know, and then like you heard someone else say as an adult, and you were like, oh?
I feel like it's just me mispronouncing words because my parents are foreign. Yeah.
Yeah. Were you one of those people who said like Pacifically, or especially, or espresso?
No, you know what I say actually?
What?
An hour. Like 1 hour of time is an hour.
I feel like that's almost easy.
Hi, Bean.
This is my cat, Bean, and he's decided to join us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to cuddle me earlier.
That's crazy.
And then he came around.
He's very fluffy. He's just a dumb orange cat.
He's very soft. Oh, okay. Okay.
He's gonna fall.
He's gonna show his butt to the camera.
We're showing hole on our first episode.
Oh my god. Hi. Okay, anyways, so yeah, an hour.
An hour?
An hour.
You sound almost Australian when you say
like,
that.
Oh, how long is your class? Like, you know, like in university when your class can be an hour and an hour and a half.
An hour.
An hour.
That's interesting.
Yeah, or half an hour.
But you know it's said
hour.
An hour.
Yeah, but I say like if
that's just your accent. You just have an accent.
Yeah, but I can say like if like this pencil belongs to us, it's ours.
Yeah.
I don't say it's ours.
So it's ours.
It's ours.
No, I think that's just like part of
my accent.
Vernacular.
Oh.
That's just like kind of your accent.
Oh.
So it's okay.
Purring.
You're just smart and you just know how to say stuff. Sometimes people don't know what scalloped potatoes are. Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. I don't feel like I ever said library or Pacifically or especially.
No, I don't think I did either.
No, I feel like there's a lot of people that's like their pet peeve though. It's like, I hate it when people say that Pacifically instead of specifically. I don't know. I'm not the grammar police. I try not to be grammar police, but anyway, okay, so you're just smart and you don't get it.
I guess. I
don't know. In the same kind of vein as that, since we always make the joke that we can't read, I'm gonna have us say
some words.
Okay. Some sentences. This was a big thing on TikTok, like, I don't know, a month and a half ago.
It's like the one about, like, the deity and this and that. There's those ones going around right now.
No. There's 2 sentences here, so you're going to say it first. Okay. I've already verified that I know how to say it, so. Or maybe you want to say the first one and I'll say the second one.
Okay.
That way no one thinks that we're cheating.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so where's the first one?
The first one is right here, that she wore.
Okay.
So, yeah, Jess is going to read this out for us. Just for everybody who doesn't know how to say these, this is how you say it.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gauche. Gauche? Gauche.
I got it right the first time. You were right the first time. Don't read the next one.
She wore a silhouette of clothes.
I probably just mistyped that, so maybe I just can't type.
That's okay.
Actually, we know I can't type. I'm actually the queen of typos, and I really like that Apple lets me go back and edit stuff now when I'm texting another Apple user. It's really nice, because my fingers are so fast, my keyboard can't keep up, and also I have fat fingers. Okay, and then the next one is the colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule.
Ooh.
Apparently, people can't say this. I mean, people can't pronounce it. Like, they don't know how to read it. I think the tough words are silhouette gauche and kernel, because it's not spelled like kernel of popcorn.
It's spelled like
kernel. Colonel. And maybe accommodate, like if people don't know accommodate.
I don't know.
And extraordinary, actually, people were saying they like they're really stuck on extraordinary.
I tried to put too many syllables in it.
That's okay. That's okay. So there you go. Episode 1, proof. We can read. We can read. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
and because I do actually read like audiobooks. Sorry. I listen to audiobooks. See, I just did it. That's what I'm going to ask you about. I'm sure I've asked you this before, but I primarily listen to audiobooks because I can just like have them on the background and do other stuff while I'm listening to it.
Okay.
And I also, it's just easy for me because I can do it on my phone. I know you can get ebooks on your phone, but I like to do the audiobooks because then I can be productive while I listen. And I have not, my brain hasn't switched over to saying I listened to this book. I always just say I read this book.
But you actually listened
But I actually listened to it.
Yeah.
And some people were like, well, you shouldn't be saying that because that's like kind of lying.
It's kind of cheating.
It's kind of cheating. Is that your opinion, or that's what you're saying people would say?
Kind of both.
Because I know it is like different parts of your brain. Like listening to something and comprehending what you're listening to, and also reading
and imagining
is using different parts of your your brain. I'm still imagining what's happening. Like, it's still like a TV show playing in my head, but I'm just listening to it.
Yeah.
Instead of
reading it
and imagining it.
Yeah.
Which also some people can't do.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this?
I have heard of this.
Where some people are just like if you told them like picture, a banana.
They can't.
Like in their mind's eye, they can't.
They can't see it.
And there's just certain levels of it. Like some people could imagine like a cartoon banana or the banana emoji, but they couldn't. Some
like
of
a
them
real
can't
banana.
think of like a real banana. Yeah. I'm gonna stop with the hand motions because I feel like that's gonna get clipped weird. Yeah. No. Which is interesting. I think it's called aphantasia.
I think you're right.
Don't fact check that. We're just gonna say stuff and people just believe it. No, I'm pretty sure that is actually what it's called. And yeah, I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would be as interested in reading if I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't blame any of those people for maybe not wanting to read if they don't like it.
I think they would like watch movies more then. Cause
yeah.
Then, like, it's on the screen, they can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Shout out anyone with aphantasia, drop it in the comments. Do you like to read or watch movies more? Also, I just feel like watching movies in general is more fun. I'm a big movie girl, so yeah. But I also do read, and I'm in like a book club. And they were like, yeah, you can't say that you read a book if you listen to it. And I was like, oh, well, I don't know. It's so ingrained in me to just say like, oh, I read this book. But also, I could tell you just as much about the book if I read it versus I listened to it.
Yeah.
Also, what about blind people? Have blind people never read a book in their life? They've only listened to books? Blind people can't say, I just read a book?
Or do they feel them? Because the Braille.
You know what? I completely forgot about Braille. Yeah, shout out, blind people, chime in. Do you say I felt a book?
Oh, that's
I listened to a book. If you're listening to audiobooks instead of reading Braille, I'm pretty sure it's just still called
I think
reading
it's still
Braille.
Reading. Yeah, you don't feel it. I mean, you feel it, but like, people don't say that. I
feel like I never hear people say I listened to an audiobook either. Like everyone just says, "Oh, I read this book." or I blah blah blah.
Yes, being
very,
very interested.
upset, I think, that Jess is here and not giving him attention. Jess spoils him every time she's here.
I just pet him.
She's like, oh, he's cute. Oh my god.
He is cute. He's very fluffy.
And then
very
she
soft.
makes me look like a bad mom because I'm like, yeah, he's just here. He's, you know. The crazy thing is, Jess has her own fluffy orange cat at her own house.
I do.
So she comes here and acts like, this is crazy, this is insane. You'd think she never had an orange cat. Or any cat.
Any cat. I
Any
like
cat.
cats.
She just comes over and she's like,
I like when they cuddle me. Bean
Yeah.
wants to be around me.
Bean is a cuddler.
Yeah.
He loves to snuggle.
As you know, Timmy doesn't like me.
Yet.
Yet.
Timmy, you will win Timmy over. I'm sure of it.
I think
I'm
so.
actually really sure of it.
Actually, yesterday, Scotch
Yeah.
was laying on me, like while we were getting ready for bed, and then
Yeah.
Timmy joined at the foot of my feet. The foot of my feet. At the foot of the bed where my feet were also.
Where,
not touching
where
me.
is the foot of your feet, Jess? Where's the
I
head
guess
of
your
your feet
heel.
and the foot of your feet?
I guess the foot is the heel and the head is the toes? Maybe?
I could see it.
Yeah.
I could argue it either way.
Or the head could
But-
be the top, like where the ankle part is.
And the foot is
The bottom, like your sole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's just called the sole. What is the word for the top of your foot? Like the part where your ankle and your
Like this part of your
Yeah.
foot. I have an idea.
This part of your foot.
Is there this is the back of your hand, but that's not the back of your foot.
No, but this is the same. This part
This
of
is a
your
palm.
it's the same skin as the bottom of your feet.
The sole.
Yeah, but like the skin biologically is like thicker here.
Yeah.
Same with the bottoms of your feet. So
Yeah.
this would be like the back of your foot if this was your foot,
Yeah.
because it's thinner skin.
Yeah, but I don't think that there's a name for that.
Hand doctors, chime in the comments.
Hand doctors. We're talking about feet right now.
Podiatrist. Yeah, that's it. No.
No.
Those are the people that fit you for like orthotics.
It would, yeah, it would be the same. No?
No, I think they're just like the specialists. You know
But
what?
they would know.
I don't know enough about it.
I think they would
Okay.
know though.
The podiatrist? I feel like if anyone's gonna know, it's gotta be the podiatrist.
I think so. Anyways.
Hey, if there's any podiatrists, chime in. What is this part of your foot called? I'm sure, you know what? I'm sure we learned it at some point when we went to school.
Maybe.
Me and Jess do a medical job, and we would do the same job. And we work in healthcare, but not with the feet.
Mm-mm.
No. And that's all we're going to say about that. So, basically, we can read. And also,
Barely.
what did we come to with the listening versus read? I listened to it.
You listened to an audiobook.
I know.
Yeah.
But do I have to say that, or can I just say I read this book?
I listened to it.
Fine.
cheating. I think it's cheating.
Fine. It's making me sound more intellectual than I actually am.
Maybe.
It's stolen valor for people who actually read books.
Are you coming back?
He's like
he's
really
coming back.
interested in being up in our business right
Yeah.
now, Jess.
It's okay.
What if he touches the microphone?
That's fine. He's soft. He won't hurt it.
No, it's just gonna sound terrible.
It's okay. I'll hold him. I'll hold him
I
back.
don't think you can.
I'll
I
hold
don't
him
think you
back.
can.
Look at
He's
it.
interested. He's looking.
No,
Oh,
he's-
I think he tried to bite you.
Oh, that's okay. Scotch bites me all the
He
time.
can't do it. He's like, wait.
How do I bite? I've never bitten
Did
anything before.
Wait, did I send you that video where he was trying to fight me?
Yes.
Yes. Where I would touch his paw, and
then
he
you're
would,
like-
and then he would, yeah, yeah. I feel like every cat does this, but maybe it's just the brainless orange ones. I don't know, but he's wow. Wow. You know, he knows he can just go under the table, but he wants the attention
Mhm.
of being
He
on the
knows
top
we're
of the table.
recording.
I thought he was really gonna go up on the table. But don't worry.
It's fine.
I think we know what this episode is gonna be titled though.
I have no idea.
Showing hole.
Oh!
Not because he does. He won't. He's not going to. I think he just wants to sit.
Yeah.
He just wants to sit a little bit off camera.
Yeah.
Just so that his fluff.
Sometimes his face will be there.
Is on camera.
Oh.
Being.
No.
Hey. He just wants to lay behind the camera.
Well. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
I think you should keep that in.
The cat on the table?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Anyways,
from now on, I guess I'll just say I listened to it. It's fine. I'll just have to think. I'll have to consciously correct myself before I say it every time. But I will do it for you, Jess.
Thank you.
For you. Because you've told me it's not okay. Everyone else, screw their opinion. I don't care. I just want to hear what Jess has to say. Switching to something a little more, not pertinent or local, but it is Canadian.
Okay.
And I don't know if people in America have seen this. I don't really care. We're Canadian, so this is our DL way of letting you know that we're Canadian. Have you seen, you haven't seen, I know you haven't seen because you don't have TikTok, but there's this guy on TikTok, he's called vigilante pothole filler.
Like he fills the potholes?
Yeah.
Okay.
He fills the potholes for free.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just doing this off his own dime.
Yeah.
I don't think he does this for his like job.
It's just here and there. Once in a while.
He just said I was getting like tire issues because of it. It was ruining my car. It's ruining my friends and family's cars. So he's like, so I was just filling this pothole and I filmed it. And then people started messaging me with like, I have this crazy pothole that I need filled on my street or whatever. He's filling stuff in front of like pregnant women's health centers.
Oh, that's nice.
I organize it based on priority. If it's
he has a priority system?
Yeah, he was like, if it's an elderly care home, I'll go do that before I go do some random neighborhood street. But I'm just getting recommendations from TikTok and probably Instagram also.
Like the community.
Yeah, and he's doing this in Montreal, so it's super far away from us, but it is Canadian. And him and I think one other guy at least are just
like
going
they do
around.
It together or separately?
I think they have collaborated.
Okay.
But I think they also do it separately. And he's just like, yeah, I have the money to buy this asphalt, and it costs me like usually like $50 to $70 per pothole to just like. So it only takes like 10 minutes, and he's got all the right stuff. Like he knows
how to do it.
Yeah, you take a little like, what are they called? A leaf blower, and you blow all the like dust out of the hole. Yeah. And then you take your asphalt,
shove it in,
dump it in there, and then he's got shovels and these weird spiky rakes. I don't know what they're called. Spiky rakes. Yes, because it's not a regular rake.
Okay.
It's like a thing with the spikes on it. And you pound the asphalt, you separate it so it's not chunky, and it's all like individual crumbles of asphalt. Mm-hmm. And then they pack it in a little bit, and then they have a compactor thing that goes over it, and like blah blah blah. And then some of them they burn it, which I think just congeals it together better after you've compacted it.
Maybe.
He's doing all the stuff. He's doing it, and it's right. And basically, it's actually pretty controversial because the city doesn't want him doing this.
Oh.
The city said, hey man, we appreciate that you're trying to help people out and you're trying to help us out because it's our job to fill the potholes, but we don't want you doing this anymore because you're not with the city. You're, like, what if it's not up to code? Like, we have concerns that if it's not
done right.
It's not done right.
Yeah.
Like, people could sue you. We could sue you. But then there's people saying, this actually just makes the city look bad. That's why they don't want you doing it. Yeah. You can't sue the city when your car gets destroyed on a pothole. So how are people going to sue him? Also, how are they going to know which ones he did? other than he's filming it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the lesson here. Do it. Don't film it.
Don't say anything.
Don't film it.
Don't say anything.
Anyway, shout out Sad Tekio. I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry for my white butchering of your name.
Did you have
right
it?
Here?
Oh yeah, I can't say that either. I don't know French.
Yes, Montreal. So
yeah,
sorry,
unfortunately.
we're English speakers, so sorry.
Sorry. Anyways,
shout out to I think his name is Marquis7 on TikTok.
Sure.
I think him and this other guy, they've collaborated a couple times. They go and they're filling all these potholes. Here's the thing. I think you should keep filling them. I think you're doing it. And the city's like, we do like 10 to 12,000 potholes a week. But also then there's people saying like, the city fills these potholes and like they do their version of it, and then they like block off lanes of traffic for like ever because they have to have inspectors come out and inspect the potholes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it takes so long for us to get all these potholes filled.
Right.
Is because of the bureaucracy of these systems. And there's people saying, yeah, they have these inspectors come out. I've never had a pothole get rejected for being not up to code or whatever. Also, Maddie P pointed out, usually construction workers they're skilled, but they're not, you don't have to be like highly educated to be a construction worker.
Sure.
You know?
I guess.
So he's like, why can't these two guys just do it? Like, what's wrong with what they're doing? Also, no one is pointing out, hey, you're doing this wrong, or we have an issue with how you're doing it. I haven't seen anybody criticizing them for that.
I mean, I'm not on the internet, so I don't know.
I haven't seen it, and I was on the internet, so therefore it must be true.
Mm-hmm.
That I think they're doing it right. I think they have the right technique, and they're doing everything the way that an actual construction crew would be doing it. And where he's moving, Bean is moving. I worry that he's gonna knock this camera over.
It's fine. He's fine. He's chilling.
I'm sure the viewers love to see this. That we're looking off camera to make sure he doesn't do something crazy.
Hey!
Whoa!
What?
What is that?
She's eating my cable. I'm gonna
he just
hide
wanted
that.
to turn around so that he could look at us, Jess.
Yeah. And Coco's. Coco! She's trying to eat.
What are you doing?
She's trying to eat my charging cable.
She just wants to play, Jess.
Yeah.
She's a kitten. Bean is an old, like Jessica, but.
So you're saying you're Coco and I'm Bean.
I wouldn't say I'm Coco. Coco's kind of annoying sometimes.
Oh.
But I am younger than Jessica.
Mm.
Coco's only like a year and a bit old, so she's still kitten. So she just kind of bounces off the walls crazy. Which I'm just starting to realize might be our viewers' perception of me.
What?
That I'm kind of crazy and annoying. That's okay. That's okay, you're allowed to think that. Anyway, please keep filling these potholes. Maybe come to Edmonton. We have a lot of potholes.
Oh.
We have some really
bad ones.
We need our own vigilante pothole filler. Because, I don't know. Apparently, yeah, we just have a lot. I don't know. Apparently we have more than Calgary, I think.
Really?
I think we do.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. Our weather's a little more crazier than Calgary.
Someone said our municipal government is looking into Calgary's methods of filling potholes because they seem to last longer than ours.
Well,
I don't know if Calgary's actually do last longer than ours. I think that's why they're trying to investigate it. Because they're like, we have similar weather. We shouldn't be having so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Having to do it so much more often. You're doing good work. I hope you don't get sued. I hope the mayor doesn't sue you, or the city, I should say, doesn't sue you. Or I guess the worry is that if someone damaged their car, they could sue him for improperly doing the pothole filling. But I don't know. He seems okay with it. He seems at peace with what he's doing. So, and here's the thing: he's already done so many. Just keep going. In for a penny, in for a pound. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Pivot, different kind of wavelengths of discussion, but I saw a video of someone saying they're having a wedding, or they know someone planning a wedding.
Okay.
And this is pertinent because Jess is getting married later this year. Did you show the ring?
No, it was the other hand.
Well, what the hell, Jess?
Well, it's so far. Like,
sorry. No, that's you can see that from space.
no.
So you've already decided your guest list, obviously.
Yes.
But when you were deciding your guest list, was there any discussion about, like, there any
who could come and who's
disagreements?
gonna come?
Yeah, or like +1 specifically.
I kind of have the opinion that, like, if you know a couple and they've been together for like a long time,
yeah,
you kind of like know them, so the +1 should get an invite. But if it's like, okay, so your friend met up with someone else and they've only been together for like 2 months or something, I don't think that person should get an invite. Like, you don't know them, they don't know you.
I agree. Hold on.
Yeah, or like
don't worry, we'll cut that. No. So there wasn't that many disagreements.
No, not that many disagreements. Or like,
right. You feel like if you know the couple,
yeah,
they're coming.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah.
They're coming.
Yeah.
Or
so a lot
like,
of people think it's like no ring, no invite.
No,
or if they're not engaged,
no,
at least.
I don't think so. Like,
no invite.
if I've hung out with the couple like 10 times, I know the other person. The other person should get an invite.
Yeah. Yeah. Does it change if you don't like the +1 that they're potentially if you don't like the person, your friend's partner?
No.
It's just like a respect thing.
Yeah, it's like a respect thing. Yeah.
Hey, your relationship is still legitimate.
Even people who are married, like people at work that I have invited, some of them I've invited their husbands, because I've actually been to a couple events with them, and Roman, my fiance, does interact with those husbands, and they have fun together. And some other people, I've never met their husband.
So
they're not coming.
Why would I invite your husband? Yeah.
When there's other like work people.
It's expensive.
It
too.
is.
Like, if you don't know this person, why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you?
Plus, it's not like the people from work would be alone if I didn't invite their partner.
That's the other thing I could see. Like, if you're inviting some one-off person from like a part of your life that doesn't know anybody else.
Yeah, and they only know one other person, their partner.
If you didn't invite their partner, they just wouldn't
know anybody.
I feel like that's its own thing. I just feel like people are so insane about who isn't getting invited to the wedding. Like, I don't know.
I just can't invite everybody. I have to choose.
Yeah. I would love to invite everybody to my wedding in the future, but also, who has time? Who has money for that? To be inviting everybody?
Not me.
No.
Not me.
No. So, yeah, some people, they think like no ring, no invite. Or they'll just say, like some people are like, well, you should just say blanket, like no +1s. And it's like, well, it's not, like, I feel like it's
Anyways,
I'm gonna lose it.
What I did was on my website, it had a section of like, can people add their own +1s, which I said no to.
No. Do not bring random people to weddings.
But then I did, like, I invited certain people, and then on their invite I said, you and you are invited to blah, 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 blah. So there was no question about, do you get a +1 or not?
Yeah. That's nice. You know, you didn't send out like a blanket, like.
No, I sent
you
it
are invited,
personally.
and then like +1. You never gave anyone like a +1.
No, I said the +1's name.
Yeah,
specifically.
That makes sense. And here's the thing, I'm on board with you here, because some people feel like they're like, well, if you don't give everybody a +1, you're being tacky, and you're being cheap. And it's like, here's the thing, it is actually about the money. And I'm not just paying for you to have a one-night stand or some girl you've been known for 2 weeks.
I said, I said none of that.
No, I know. But that's how I feel about it. Like, people are like, well, you look tacky if you don't give everybody a +1. Here's the thing, I don't care. It's my wedding.
Yeah, look, that's why I said it's my wedding, and I want to fill it with people who care about me.
And here's the thing.
If I don't know you, you're not getting an invite.
If you did, I know you didn't, but if you did give someone, like, a blanket, like, +1 invite anybody you want, that person is in your pictures forever.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be like, oh, here's that random dude that our friend brought.
That I don't know.
So that they could sleep with them after the wedding. Because that's what, Jess, be real, that's what's happening.
I don't know.
That's what's happening. Every movie I've ever watched has led me to know that. I've only been to a few weddings in my life. Also, none of them have just had, like, you can just bring somebody. Maybe I'm not going to upscale weddings enough. How do I go? Chat, let me know. How do I get invited to to upscale weddings where I can just be invited as somebody's, like, +1? Not that I want to sleep with anybody. I'm actually in a loving relationship. It's actually not. It's actually not that big. I don't actually. Need
oh
to
my
know that.
god.
But I know they're probably, maybe that's like an older thing too.
Maybe.
Like an older tradition of, like, when things didn't cost so much freaking money, and you could just say, like, yeah, just bring whoever you want, bring a friend, bring a date, whatever. Who's to say? We need someone older than Jessica on the pod to this. Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's kind of a bygone era of weddings, unless you literally have $1 million.
Plus, you know what? Like, COVID happened and people couldn't have weddings, or they could only have, like, the 10-person weddings or whatever.
Micro weddings.
Like, people are being really selective now, and you know, kind of grateful for it.
I like the idea of a small wedding. Matty P, not so much.
He's Italian.
He was like, yeah, and I didn't get a +1, and I was really, like, whatever. And I was like, oh. But, like, I was like, but you're not in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or this person doesn't know that you weren't in a relationship long enough for this person to know them.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but, like, everybody should get one.
No.
And I was like, so if we ended up getting married, and he has several single friends, he also has a lot of friends in relationships. He's like, well, obviously my friends in relationships get +1s. And I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to fight you on that. But I was like, I don't know about
the single friends.
I was like, obviously, these are your close friends. They all know each other. It's not like they would be alone. They don't have anyone else to converse with or have fun with at the reception or at the ceremony. Like, they're just all your friends. Like, they all know each other. So I'm like, I don't feel like they need a +1, and I don't want some random. I wouldn't want some random person in my pictures.
Wedding photos that you paid thousands of dollars for.
Yeah, and I know probably most people aren't in all of the photos, like, if they're not family members.
But they will be there.
But they will be in photos.
I wouldn't want to look through my wedding photos with, like, kids and stuff, and they go, Mom, who's that? And I go, I have no idea who that is.
You're like, that's
some girl showed up.
That's Amanda.
That's Amanda.
That's Amanda.
Who's Amanda? If your neighbor's having a party or, like, a potluck or something, everyone knows it's happening, and everyone just shows up. Everyone. You just walk over. Everyone shows up.
Everybody's here.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
You're gonna love listening to that.
I actually don't think I edited all the filler words out of our... Like, I don't know if I'm gonna want to edit all the filler words out of our episodes.
I mean, you may not.
It seems like so much work.
As she says it more.
That one wasn't on purpose. That one, it's literally just, that's how you're, like, it's just natural in the way that you talk. I feel like sometimes I'm listening to other podcasts and I'm like, this just feels so
professional,
refined.
Oh.
Like, the audio feels very refined. And here's the thing, this is our first episode.
Did you do a lot of presentations in your high school or university? Probably not, because you did university during COVID.
I didn't do university, first of all. I went to a polytechnic.
Same.
No, it's not the same.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we had some presentations, but a lot of them were over Zoom because it was COVID. So.
Did you not like watch how many times you said or something?
No. And I don't think we were ever graded on how many filler words we had. FYI. Were you guys graded on...
Yeah, sometimes. My Spanish teacher in high
Whoa.
school really commented about it. And she was like, for your oral exam, because I took IBs.
How do you say in Spanish? Is that why you got... you get docked grades?
Well, you just kind of make a sound and you go,
yeah.
But anyways, I took Spanish IB in high school, and there was like...
Okay, well, that's because you're in an IB class, and all those people are crazy.
Yes, but they have to, like, listen back to your recording and stuff. We were doing the practice ones, and she was like, you need to stop that. Stop that right now. But then also, when I was doing my...
Tisk.
Yeah. Okay, as I was saying, during my first degree, when I had to do presentations to real scientists, there was no room for ums. You just had to talk.
Here's the thing, there's no scientists here.
It's me.
Oh, Jessica says I'm not professional enough.
Well, you said it, not me.
Shocked. Consider my flabbers gasted.
Oh.
Okay? That's crazy.
Il choqué. I don't know if that's how
One
you say
word.
it.
Appalled. And we're not just trying to show off our vocabulary to prove we can read. Those are all words that I just know. I didn't have to, cue that up.
You did it again.
You did it. It's just the natural.
It's okay,
it's the
it's
way
okay.
of things.
Just keep going. It's fine. It's fine.
It's not like you're editing it. I'm doing all the editing.
I know.
It's actually on myself.
I just show up.
And that's why Jess will never complain if I don't edit out all the filler words.
What is she doing?
She doesn't really fit under there. She's making it work. Do you see her?
Yeah, her butt's out.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, what might be seen as being tacky, in the same vein as...
Are we still talking about weddings?
Yes, we're still talking about weddings. Dry weddings. How do you feel about a dry wedding?
I don't like the idea of that.
Why?
Oh, the anxiety I would have.
So, even if it's your wedding?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I plan to take a shot before we get married. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Before I walk down the aisle by myself.
So you think the dry weddings are tacky?
I don't think it's tacky. I just think it would be really hard. Like, for example, Roman he's really embarrassed to dance in front of other people.
Yeah.
Like,
you guys
just
could do
in
a
general.
private first dance, though.
No, but just in
like
general.
after?
Like, even when we go to the club or something and he's the DD.
This is how I feel. I'm not a dancer.
Yeah. He's
and
very...
I don't know if it's my white, uncoordinated body. I don't have any rhythm.
I don't know. He's just very shy.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. So...
I can definitely see that.
Like, I think it would be really hard for Roman to have fun at a dry wedding.
He's a little liquid courage.
Yes, exactly. But I can dance to anything and be fun, so...
Right.
Especially...
Even if you were sober?
Yeah. Especially
sober, you got better coordination.
Especially when it's crack hour. I think we have to explain that.
Crack hour it's like the second wind of the night, or usually for us, it's our shifts at work.
Yeah, like in the last hour of your shift, you get a second wind, and things are just going crazy. Everything's funny.
Yeah. Everything is hilarious. Everybody's a little bit more unfiltered. Mm-hmm. And things generally, like, you're excited to go home.
But you're also just having fun at work again.
It's great. Yeah.
Anyways, so that's what I mean. Crack hour.
That's crack hour.
Crack hour at a wedding, very easy for me to do. Roman, not so much.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
At the same time, you can't... what is the acceptable amount of drinks to be having at a wedding?
Oh, I think it's different for everybody. I can have a lot. Roman cannot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it won't take Roman very many drinks before he's loosened up.
Oh, not even one. Half of one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Lightweight. I don't think they hear me. Lightweight.
He is.
You know, is he?
He is.
I am too, so...
It's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I think it would be really hard to be at a dry wedding.
I've been to dry weddings because of my history growing up being raised Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
I know, lore drop. And it's something. There's something.
Were
But
people
Mormons
just like on
specifically-
caffeine though?
No,
instead?
no.
Oh wait, they
So
don't have caffeine either.
A lot of Mormons don't even drink like Coke or Pepsi because
Right.
it has caffeine in it.
Yes.
And for the same reasons they won't have coffee, like
Or
because
tea.
coffee and tea are the ones that are prohibited, but some people think that's because of the caffeine content, so they won't drink like
Caffeinated
colas.
cola.
Yeah,
Yeah.
caffeinated colas.
They can have root beer though.
They can have root beer, and I guess technically you could have like a caffeine-free Coke
Yes, they do.
or like
make
a
those.
diet Coke that's caffeine-free. They do sell those. They're not as common as
I had one the other
ones.
day.
Did you?
I did.
Was it? I mean, it's.
I
basically
didn't
the-
notice a difference.
You didn't notice until you were done, and you're like, whoa.
No, well, I mean, when I had one, I was at somebody's house, and they
Mhm.
offered a refreshment because they were being a good host.
Right.
But then it was
Right.
late at night, and it was
And
a
you were like-
Sunday, and I needed to go to work the next morning, so I said,
Pass on the
no
caffeine."
caffeine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know my grandparents really like them.
I feel like it tasted the same. I don't know.
To be fair, I think I've only seen the Diet Coke versions, and I am not a fan of Diet Coke. I know. Controversial. I'll come out and say it. I don't like Diet Coke. It's just, Diet Coke has like a crazy intense following.
Does it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Those people who like Diet Coke,
I don't know. You
they
know
can
me.
be scary.
I
They can be scary.
like Pepsi, and I'm kind of scared to admit that. I feel like people will come against me.
Yeah, it's definitely a rift in our relationship that
Oh.
I'm a Coke girly and you are
So-
a Pepsi girly.
The venue that we have
No,
has
don't say
has
that.
a Pepsi contract.
Well,
I
don't be
didn't- I
offended if you
didn't-
see me smuggling in a 2-liter.
I think I can ask them if I can
If we
have
can
a
bring
2-liter.
outside food and drink.
Well, cause I wanted a specific drink, like a mixed
Oh,
drink,
okay.
and they asked me to
Mhm.
bring in the syrup. So I think if I ask them, hey, can I bring in this Coca-Cola for this one specific friend?
Yeah.
I think they'd be cool with it.
I think they'd say, just tell them I'm allergic to Pepsi or something. Make it a... a medical thing.
Anyways, I'll
well, now
figure
we
it out.
can't, because this is going to go... Everyone on the internet will see this.
They don't know who you are.
No, I know, but...
They barely know who I am.
Okay.
Anyways.
This is bad, because I've actually already RSVP'd, so...
You know,
I have to change that now.
I didn't know about the contract until like way later. Me and Roman were
Really?
Yeah, well, because they like revamped their
Right.
their website,
Mm-hmm.
and then Roman was looking through one of their like package things, and we were like, oh no, Holly
Yeah.
can't drink anything.
You literally said that to
Yeah,
each other?
yeah,
You
we
were like,
did.
Holly's gonna be so mad.
Literally, we were at the computer and we were like,
No.
oh no.
It's fine, I guess. There's a reason that the saying is Pepsi okay? No one ever says, is Coke okay? Because Coke is better, and that's why. And so if you get a Coke when you wanted Pepsi, it's like, yeah, okay. But if you get Pepsi and you want a Coke, it's like, okay, it's actually worse. But the Diet Coke people are their own separate thing. I will say the divide between there's Coke and Pepsi, and they're kind of, there's a difference between those. But even between like there's like, this is Coke, this is Diet Coke. They will not have regular Coke.
Mm.
I think, I don't know what it is. That disgusting aspartame taste. I don't know, it's
I don't like
frying
it
their
either.
neurons. I don't like it. That's why I drink Coke Zero. Which, fun fact, I actually found out that the reason they formulated Coke Zero the way they did is for people like me who wanted to drink something with less sugar in it, like a diet drink, but
not the
didn't like,
aspartame.
they wanted it to taste more similar to Coke, like regular Coke.
Yeah.
Which is why they added that extra, the Ace K. That's the slang. It's slang for whatever that
I don't know what that
sweetener
is.
added. It just minimizes the aspartame taste, which is why, in my opinion, Coke Zero is the better 0-calorie option for Coke. But no, the Diet Coke girlies go hard. They ride hard for Diet Coke. They're a little insane about it. I drink other drinks. Like, I'm like, oh, yeah, like, I'll have, like, a Sprite or a root beer or, like, you know.
Well, I'm sure
whatever.
that the venue has those.
No, they won't have Sprite. They'll have 7-Up. No, I'm kidding.
You know, I drink everything, right? Like, I don't have an opinion in this.
I know. No, I know. No, you just said you like Pepsi better.
Yes, but I will drink the Coke.
With me,
It's
I
same.
won't drink the Pepsi.
7-Up
I'll
and
just say I'll have water.
7-Up and Sprite, same.
Yeah. Well, with everything else, it is the same to me.
Just
like, if it's
no aspartame.
bars versus mug, I'm like, whatever. Or it's 7-Up versus Sprite, it's like, whatever. But she's like fighting demons over here. I don't know what's gotten into her. She's just being crazy.
All I'm saying is just no aspartame for me. That's all. That's all I care about.
Still, you don't do any diet stuff at all? It is a lot harder
It's
for me to
harder.
tell
It's harder.
what the difference
But like the
between
straight
regular Coke.
diet, I don't like the aspartame taste.
I don't either. That's why I don't drink the Diet Coke.
Before, like, do you know those Zevia drinks? Have you heard of those?
Stevia?
No, Zevia. It's a Z. It's a pop that is Zevia.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't like those either.
I don't like things sweetened with stevia. To me, it has a very distinct taste.
It's very strong.
And, yeah. Have you ever tried anything sweetened with monk fruit?
I used to buy monk fruit.
Yeah, or like
erythritol.
Yeah. Those ones are better than stevia, in my opinion.
So.
Can I not just buy aspartame and whatever the Ace K stuff that they're putting in Coke Zero to sweeten things with?
I don't know.
Or is that one of these other sweeteners that we're talking about that we're like, oh,
I don't know.
Don't like it?
I don't know. But when I worked at Bulk Barn, you could buy erythritol and monk fruit, like just in bulk.
Jessica's always telling me about Bulk Barn. She used to work there. Shout out Bulk Barn. Do they have Bulk Barn in the United States?
It's Canadian.
That's how also you know we're Canadian. We're just name dropping Canadian stuff.
Yeah.
All the time. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can buy it in bulk there.
Apparently you can buy everything in bulk at Bulk Barn.
That's the point. It's the Bulk Barn.
It doesn't... There has to be things you can't buy there. But every time I say anything about anything, Jess is like, you can buy it in bulk there.
They have a lot of stuff. You can buy whatever you want. A little bit, a lot of it.
Here's
Doesn't
the thing.
matter.
It would be nice to do that if they had one that was closer to me. I don't even know where the closest one is. I think it's across the river at least.
There's the north side ones.
And then there's one on the south.
There's a few on the south now.
Mm-hmm.
There's one in the west, I think. No, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I've been to a few dry weddings. And we're back on track. I've been to a few dry weddings because Mormons get married very young. Like I would say within a few months of dating, they will get married. We'll continue the discussion about weddings next episode. So if you want to keep listening to us blabber on about that, then you can. Yeah, this has been our podcast. Would you laugh at this? Please.
Oh, we didn't even get to do the music bit. Oh,
yeah. earworms.
Yeah,
That's
earworms.
what we're calling it. It's our song of the week. But I mean, we call it earworms when you get it stuck in your head, like on loop. You should just go.
I should just go.
You should just go. Yeah.
Okay, what's one that I've been listening to recently? Oh yeah, should do that.
You can say whatever you want.
Well, I've been listening to that from the start. By that. Oh, I didn't look up the pronunciation.
By that lady.
That she's Icelandic.
Yeah.
I think it's Luve.
Don't fact check that.
I feel like that's wrong. I feel like that's very wrong.
I feel like most people say Lafe, and that's definitely not right.
I don't know. It's very wrong.
We're all wrong. She says it in an interview about how everyone's saying it wrong. So just look up from the start.
Yeah.
It'll probably be the first one to come up.
It might be.
Probably. And it's a Laufey.
Laufey. You got it. You can read.
I can read. Sort of. Kind of, sort of.
I can't, because I can't pronounce this name. Actually, you both can't. So people can't read.
I don't think my pronunciation's right either. But we can read a little bit. Just maybe not all of it.
Yeah.
We should do one of those apps where you read stuff and like tell it which words you know, and then it estimates how many words in the English language you know.
Oh.
See how proficient we actually are.
We can get graded on how much we can read?
Yeah.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah. We'll be back.
What's your earworm?
No time. Tune in next week to find out what my earworm is. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Please come back.